There is no denying that Dragon Ball Z was the show that made anime popular in the US. When it came out, it was a huge deal. I mean, no one has ever seen anything like this. I mean, sure, we had some violent animated shows, but most were for adults. This was the first time kids can see action with no restriction. I mean, unless you count the censorship that happened during its first run, people were also reading the original manga, and its viewership was up to 35 billion views. This kicked ass back in the day, and it's still remembered as a big step into bringing anime in the US. But now looking back, while I still enjoy it, I've noticed that there are some problems, and when I mean problems, I mean pretty major ones. Okay, look, there is no denying that there's good stuff about DBZ. The battles, the epicness, the drama, and of course the kick-ass theme songs. But there are some issues that I can't ignore. So yeah, let's look at the story. You know, if you don't know it, but let's recap. Years have passed and Goku and his friends live in peace after the defeat of King Piccolo. But then a humanoid alien named Raditz lands on Earth and tells Goku that he is his brother, as well as that he is actually part of a species known as Saiyans. Goku is shocked and doesn't believe this, so Raditz decides to kidnap his son, Gohan, and tell him if he ever wants to see him again, he will have to kill people on Earth or fight him to the death. Goku then teams up with Piccolo to fight his brother and save his son. Will Goku be able to save his son and save the day and defeat his brother Raditz? And that's the first arc of DBZ. So I already mentioned some positives, and it's not any different from what people say when they talk about how awesome the series is. So let's just get to the problems with this series. First off, I do want to talk about the original anime, the one where Toei decided, we don't only need to follow the manga, but let's add pointless filler that doesn't really help the story. Like, remember when Goku and Piccolo went to go get their driver's license? Cause that was so necessary before the android attack. And what's Dr. Wolf doing here? Also, remember when Gohan found a broken down robot and just went on a short adventure with it until it shut down? It didn't help build his character. It's not just the filler that was the problem. Some parts in the manga that only lasted a few pages lasted for several episodes here. How many episodes until Goku made it through Snake Way? I lost count! This is the reason why I recommend DBZ Kai, as it's much closer to the source material and cuts out a lot of the unnecessary filler. It's not perfect, but it's way better than the original release. Also, when watching the series, you can argue Akira Toriyama just didn't know what to do with Z. Heck, there were several times where he wanted to stop during the original Dragon Ball, but due to popularity and also dealing with his boss, he had to keep going. He admitted that he originally wanted to end Z at the Frieza saga, and to be fair, I believe him. And of course, this led to the Cell saga. While not bad, this is where the problems started. Think about this for a moment. Goku just fought a powerful alien species that can destroy the world, and you think after that he would fight tougher enemies. But no, the Z fighters are struggling with robots that were made on Earth. Cause that makes sense. Oh, but don't worry, Toriyama fixes this with a Deus Ex Machina by giving our main character a heart virus for him to overcome. That's a way to hide the fact that we don't know what we're doing. But to be fair, he did manage to make it work and even led to Gohan forming a friendship with Android 16, who ends up having an appreciation in life. This also led to Super Saiyan 2 power level and Gohan going through an emotional arc and defeating Cell. But then, once we reach the Buu saga, it's all downhill from here. There are some good moments and new characters are introduced, which is good, but good gosh, it felt like he was trying to make shit up and keep the story going. We get another tournament. Gohan has to find a sword, the Z fighters go through a tower to stop Babidi from taking over the world, and then Buu goes through many forms. It's just so many things going on and it's so unfocused. Then, gasp! More transformations! And Goku annihilates Buu. How does he do it? With a spirit bomb combined with Kamehameha, because of course that's how it ends. Not only does this arc have no focus, but it's boring. I mean, it's so boring! It's such a shame because it's the last arc of the series. The problems that I mentioned are the reasons why I prefer the first Dragon Ball. It's not a terrible series. Like I said in the beginning, it's got great action, great drama, and great music. I recommend watching until the Cell Saga, and make sure it's the Kai version. Anyways, I'm done with the Dragon Ball franchise, but I will return to it on next year's AniMay. Right now, I have a different show to cover.